Hey everybody, it's Reilee.
And it's Kiara.
Just want to pop in for a quick second to say we see everything that's going on in the world. Take a quick second to check out the links in our description to help out those that are in need and enjoy the show. Whoa! Welcome everybody to Six Songs 4. I'm Riley.
I'm Kiara.
And this is your new favorite music recommendation podcast. Kiara, baby, my love. First of all, you look great. How are you doing?
Oh, why? Thank you. I'm good. This is my Lemon Twigs shirt. Shout out to the Lemon Twigs.
It's
They
looking very fluorescent.
have really cute merch. Like this is honestly like one of my favorite band T-shirts. Love the
Uh,
colors. Pink and yellow are my two favorite colors. So
Everything Harmony still kind of has me no chokehold, no shade.
no shade.
Shout out to y'all.
Their last this we can't get into that.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Lemon Twigs. So I'm gonna take a moment to put on some lip gloss,
come on.
and I want you to. So I'm gonna say the diva is Florence Welsh of Florence and the Machine. So I guess Florence and the Machine, and I am gonna say I love her, and she's one of my mothers. That's why we're doing this. And I was really hoping.
I believe it was mentioned like literally one of these past episodes. I forget which one, but
And I said that you would love her, and I really thought you would, because I thought you would understand. But apparently she's not your favorite girl, and I really want you to explain that. Go ahead.
um, yeah. So I came into it so excited. I came into it with an open mind, right?
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Cuz I was excited cuz I was like, girl, I kind of don't really remember, Dog Days Are Over is a gospel song. I love it. So, I was very excited. And then I started with Lungs, and
That
as
was
I
okay.
slowly went through, I'm talking first album, second album, and we'll get there eventually. But I'm like, these are sharp notes, these are flat notes. Um and there's so much happening. I'm like, there's strings, there's drums, she's hollering. I'm like it, and then
Yeah.
it's like I'm also always in a situation where I'm like, this is too much it was like it felt like a chore. A lot of this music felt like a chore to listen to. And I
Okay.
mean, and like, I mean that in a way that it was so ornately detailed. I'm talking about like reverb. Everything is soaking in reverb. She's sharp as a tack, flat as a pancake.
Do you remember which songs she was sharp and flat, like a specific song? Because because I was listening to Lungs and I was like, I can see it, because admittedly, she said herself that these songs, and specifically Dog Days Are Over, was like recorded in like the size of a bathroom. That's what she said. And no instruments apparently.
Okay, so I sent you a voice message.
Yes, you did.
I sent you a voice message. I was actually pulling off of the highway, listening to ceremonials in my car, and
Oh,
I think what was it? I think "Never Let Me Go" is where I had to pause the music. I had to unplug my phone from CarPlay, and I said I have to let her know that I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying so hard, but I was like, this cannot be what came out on the final version. And I say that with all, I love Dog Days Are Over. I love Dog Days Are Over. But I remember wincing. I was like
what
I
part of
was,
it? What part?
I could not tell you.
And you want to know something funny? You want to know something funny,
What's
Riley?
something funny?
That's my favorite Florence and the Machine song. Like literally, I was like, if as long as he doesn't say that. What
And
do you
literally,
mean?
that's literally the beauty of life, is that everybody loves things that are different, and that's
What
what
part? Like, I need you to listen to it.
I can't do it again.
It
I
looks
don't.
like this underneath. Reflection still like the face still looks the
It
same.
might not have been this one, but if I remember correctly, it was this one. I had to pause. I also will say let me pause. I also will say I will give her this. I like her voice a lot more when she's not necessarily singing at the top of her
Yeah,
potential volume.
she's
I
screaming.
also like it when I forgot what songs it was, but like when she got a little bit more rocky instead of fucking in a fucking concert hall with 3,000 fucking pieces of
Yeah,
fucking
I
strings.
like when she just has like a tambourine and a drum.
Yeah, yeah, the chorus. It was no.
I never noticed that.
Now here's the thing.
How was it supposed to sound?
Let me in the arms of the that was in the it was somewhere in there. Like let me run it back cuz I here's the thing. I consider myself to be a singer, a musician. Like I consider I give myself that.
Okay.
Ah, no. I had to stop.
Driving?
I had to no, I had not stopped. I almost did, but I had to stop the music. I had stop the motherfucking music. I had to unplug my phone, and if we could clip the voice message here, I'd love it if we could. But I had to send this voice message. I'm trying to listen to Florence and the Machine, but like, Mama, she is like there's no way around it. She just is pitchy. Like that like is like pitchy on the record. Like did not like no correction, no flat, sharp. I hear it all. Like it's like I'm like it's a lot. It's like a lot for me to get through.
Oh my
Because
god.
I can't be crazy and thinking that and it wasn't just this song, but I was like I felt as though she was pitchy on several songs. But this
She
is
was
your
not
girl.
on the record.
Like mommy, she's off key on
On
the
the
record.
record.
Mommy, Paula Abdul ain't shit. Okay, so this is your
Okay.
girl, but all due respect, some of her songs are great, but I'm gonna let you take the wheel because this is your girl.
Oh my
That is
god.
just how I felt going through the catalog. That kind of was a little bit longer than I even meant it to be, but Florence, it's no shade. South London, wherever it is,
Wells.
Wales, Welches, wherever it is, cottages and thatched roofs, all of that. God bless you, beans on toast. I'm gonna let you take the wheel.
Oh my god. Okay. I have been waiting all week for that. Okay. So because the thing is like no matter what you said, like I'm not gonna stop listening to the bitch. So I was
Absolutely,
really
I don't
curious.
expect you to.
No, I
And
know,
dog,
I know.
and
I was just
listen, you
like, it
turn
was
on Dog Days Are Over.
right now. Like, it's just funny to me. Like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, we're gonna
Let's get
take a
into it.
breath. Take a breath. That was so funny.
I'm so sorry.
If you're new here, the debrief is a little bit more back and forth, but I needed Reilee to tell me because Reilee literally has been telling me like all week, basically like in little hints, like I'm not enjoying
Well,
this.
we've like it's been text messages like, "Hey, how's
How's it
listening going?" And
going?
I'm like, and Kira's like, "I've been loving it," and I'm like, "Ooh, I don't want to say, I don't want to lie and say that I have been, because then
No, because that's hilarious.
yeah."
I think it's funny. Because
Here's
I
the thing: it's my
genuinely
truth, and like Robin said, my truth, your truth, his truth, her truth. It doesn't matter as
sojourner
long
truth.
as it's truth.
I was gonna start with my like connection to her and like why I love her so much.
Please
So
explain, because
okay,
explain
okay,
yourself.
okay. So in middle school, I
Picture it.
we had a dance recital thing. You know how like the dance class they had like a recital.
Yeah,
um,
I'm
sure.
familiar.
Okay. So they had like a dance recital that we like went to during school, and one of the songs that they danced to was "No Light, No Light." I heard the song and I literally, my 12-year-old self was like, what song is this? I
Right.
don't know if it was just the dancing, like really like ate with the song, but I was intrigued.
You're
So
moved.
I was moved, literally moved. So I went home, typed it in, I found it. I was so excited. Cause this was back in the day where like there was no Shazam girls. Like you had to literally like go and find it.
Lyric.
We had YouTube, I guess. Um So then I listened to Ceremonials, the whole thing, and I was like, whoa, she's taking it. So I didn't, so obviously I think like I knew Dog Days Are Over, but that was probably it. So that's how that's how I knew about her. So her first album, Lungs, was in 2007. And I was curious. I was like, I never actually looked up, or maybe I did, but I forgot. But I forgot where the machine part came from. And because it's just her singing pretty
Yeah,
much.
I thought that before listening, I thought that it was Florence and the Machine was like a band like Selena Gomez and the Scene. Like I thought it was
Yeah,
like
it is. But basically, the machine part comes from the keyboardist because she used to be called Isabel Machine for some reason, and like Florence went by Florence Robot, and like Florence described it as literally it was just like an inside joke that went too far, and so basically when they decided to make a band, they were like gonna call it like Florence Robot is a Machine. It was just like long ass names, and so they just shortened it to Florence and the Machine.
mhm.
Because the keyboardist Isabel was pretty much there the whole time, so I guess it's like a duo, but like it's like a tennis situation. Like only one girl is singing. "Kiss with a Fist" was the lead single. That's the one side. Dun, 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 back again. Dun, dun, dun.
Listen,
Yeah,
as we go through this for the audience, I want to make it clear I may not remember any of these songs.
that's fine. But
Love y'all.
basically, "Kiss with a Fist" was the lead single, and I say that because it was featured in like a lot. Like the thing about Florence, the girl's gonna get syndicated, okay? She was on every fucking ABC Family show. She was doing the commercials. Like the girl, her songs are pretty dramatic, I would say. And so like Dog Days Are Over was in Gossip Girl, Skins, Eat, Pray, Love. Kiss with the Fist was on like I think Scandal or something. Like it was crazy. Cosmic
Was
Love.
it in Twilight? If I One of my notes is that it felt like Twilight music.
She no, that one wasn't, but there was a song on Lungs that was in Twilight. Yes.
Okay, look. Oh,
Heavy with the Heart, very that. And so Cosmic Love, I also love that song. That was in Grey's Anatomy, Gossip Girls, like You Think You Can Dance. Like the girl was everywhere, okay? 2007, they were not playing with my girl, okay? Anyways, so then we get into my fave, Ceremonials. I don't give a fuck. So 2012, she said, I don't want it. She said, I want something big. I want something that says Beyonce. She said, I want dark, heavy drums. Like we're getting dramatic. I'm being pale as fuck on this
yeah.
cover.
I wouldn't say Beyonce. I would
I was
say
kidding. I was kidding. I was kidding.
Janis Joplin in
Please.
like a
I was
dress.
kidding. I was kidding. Hold on.
I'm kidding too.
And so Only for a Night is the song that Rihanna sampled for Goodnight Gotham. That's why we said we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
Um and
Rihanna. This is your fault.
how did you feel about that song?
It was one of my skips, if I remember correctly,
It's the
on
first
that
song.
album. No, I'm talking about on
No, I'm
how
talking
did I
about how
feel
you
about.
feel
Oh,
about.
how do I feel about If Only If. I felt, I felt like it was a lot for me. Shake It Out kind of peeled back my wig a little bit, but I remember being like, if only for a night. I was like, it Barnes and Noble. I'm in a Starbucks reading
And
like,
I heard your voice as clear as day.
yeah,
And I love the lyrics. She said, "And you told me I should concentrate. It was all so scarce and so for real for a ghost to be that practical." Cause yeah, she was like that. She basically like the ghost gagged her. I just think that's hilarious. Um. Anyways, my faves on this album are I already mentioned No Light, No Light, Never Let Me Go, What the Water Gave Me. Breaking Down is very like 2012, like I can't. Heartlines, I love that song. It kind of has a little sample of Hospital Bed from the first album if you know it. Um no, I love this album. I don't have the CD, which really pisses me off, but so I'm really on the excuse me, look out. Seven Devils is very like vampire. That's one. Seven devils in
vampire.
the. It's very like I don't know. Like I love it. What's the one? She's like holy water. Oh, that's Seven Devils. She was in the witch's brew, bitch. Like she was a witch on this album. She said, "We're in
Yeah.
the woods. We're conjuring spells." It's yeah.
Pacific Northwest,
Down boots.
woodland forest.
No,
nymph,
but
fairy creature.
regrets collect like old. What did she say?
Girl, you know I don't know.
Friends. Oh my god, I'm a fake fan. I'm a little high, must be the weed.
Mm.
Because I know I've seen that song so many times. Okay, but I love ceremonials. I feel like if you get it, you get it. Like I don't know how to explain it because I feel like Riley tried to listen to it, and that's
I
her.
really did. No shit.
I think ceremonials. Unfortunately, I really wish you would have started there. I feel like Lungs really traumatized you because I listened to it again and I was like, okay. While I do think she's
It was
eating,
a
like,
lot. It was a lot of the music. I was like, it's just
okay, well then let's get into how big, how blue, how beautiful. Because what's wrong with Ship to Wreck? To wreck.
that.
To wreck. That's my shit.
I just, I'm just not liking how she's sounding.
Okay. Well, what about Queen of Peace? She had a tambourine and a dream. That's my song.
I think earlier when I said I enjoyed that she got rockier, I think this is like one of the examples of
Yeah.
that where it was just more like kind of guitar-y,
Yeah.
not necessarily. I yeah. Also, let me say this. A lot of the I don't a lot of the times I was like, what is she talking about? Like where are we? Like what are we doing here? Like what's happening? Like it's just like I'm
Yeah.
in like a Shakespearean fucking
Yeah.
play. Like what's
Well, yes.
it's a lot.
It is a lot. But sometimes you need that.
Hey.
Before the Florence and the Machine stands, I love Delilah on this song. I love Third Eye, St. Jude. Like this album's great. I remember this came out. I was gagging. I was like, because I wasn't really like there when Ceremonials came out, so I was so excited to like be there when she like released the album, and then she looks kind as fuck on this fucking album cover.
This is
Like
a very cool album cover, I'll say.
she's eating. She's eating. Then we moved to Highest Hope. For me, this is the one that's I'm kind of like a snooze. No shade.
I definitely remember having a moment playing a video game, turning on June, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like,
I
"It
always think this
cannot
one is like
be
so. I've always tried to get into it. I love the album cover though. Very androgynous.
pale woodland fairy creature."
Yeah, it's very no. I'm sorry. Like most of it was cute, but no. Then
Thatched roof, beans on toast,
right,
haggis.
and that's cute. Like we love that. The drummer left apparently, so that's kind of what was different.
Mm,
um, but she's still in the girl. She's still in the TV girl because she had the Game of Thrones songs. They made her write, or they asked her to write
that
an
feels
original.
appropriate.
They made her ask her to write an original song for Game of Thrones.
A
Another
little
song called
titty.
"Light of Love." Yeah. Oh, let's go back to How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful for a second because I thought this was so crazy. She recorded a classical cover of Stand By Me. Yes, that Stand By Me for the Final Fantasy XV main theme along with 2 original songs.
That also
Mm.
makes sense. It's
I
very
did not get
Final
to
Fantasy.
listen to that version, but I will be listening to it. Now we're skipping ahead to King in 2022. I mean, not King, child. Dance Fever. And I was also here for this, and I actually really like this album. I don't revisit it that often, but every time I listen to a song, I'm like, this actually was pretty good.
A couple of these, I was like, "This is cute."
Free, cute, Cro, I can't never say this. Choreomania, I like that one. My Love is great. I think I liked Mermaids. Like a lot of this was cute, and I feel like it felt like the old Florence, quote unquote. Like I feel like she's maintained a specific sound and voice and like way of writing and speaking that I really love. But also, I feel like in this album, I appreciated that she allowed herself to get a little unconventional because like King is not like really like any song that she's ever really wrote before. I like to appreciate it. I felt like she was growing as an artist. Now, I do have to mention something. Swifties, come to the front.
But
Don't
don't stay long. You're not welcome.
Okay, I wasn't gonna say that. But I was gonna say, don't get scared. I'm not about to whack you. I just need this is just for you. Look. So Florence and the Machine collaborated with Taylor Swift for her latest album, Torture Poets Department. Terrible album name. And the song is called Florida with a bunch of exclamation points. Florida. First flag. Red flag number 1. I'm gonna count the red flags, you guys. Why are we making a song about Florida? Number 2. I listened to the song for the first
The song is
time.
called Florida. I'm so
The
sorry.
song is called Florida
Okay. All
with
right.
a bunch of exclamation points. listen to the song because I didn't want to listen to it, but I was like, I need to listen to it because I need to be able to talk shit about it. Um, I listened to the song for the first time before recording this, and you know, it's not a terrible song, but does not deserve to be Florence's number one song on Apple Music. So quite frankly, my thing to Swifties right now is, can y'all just stop listening to that song so we can get order back on Florence and the Machine's Apple Music page, please? Because it's like pissing me off because that song, first of all, sounds like a Muna song. If you know, you fucking know, with the fucking drums. It was giving very Runner's High, and I know that Muna went on tour with Taylor Swift, and I feel like she really took a bite and said, I'm gonna do that. But I clocked it, Taylor Swift, and you didn't get it one past me because you took Muna's whole flow. No shade. Now, that song is cute, but it's cute next to gorgeous. Listen, y'all. Dog Days Are Over needs to stay her number one song above that damn song. And I want this rectified in the next coming months. Thank you very much. And that's all I have to say, really. I love her. That's one of my mothers. Like, she's my woodland mother. Yeah. I just love her down. And I think I appreciate your effort. I really do. I understand she's not everyone's cup of tea. It is a very, specific thing. But I'm glad that we can agree that she does have a few good ones.
God bless her.
Did you listen to You Got the Dirty Love?
No. What's
Girl,
that?
she went on some fucking she went on some fucking performance and performed with Dizzy Rascal, and they made
That's random as fuck.
a girl, and it's literally You Got the Love, which is like the cover that she did, but it's like Island Five a little bit.
Was it both from like over there?
Okay, so I told you it'd be quick.
I didn't have much to contribute. I'm so
And
sorry.
that's okay. I just really appreciate your effort. I love Florence and the Machine. If you love Florence and the Machine, comment below. We can talk about Florence and the Machine.
If
Because
you
we
thought she was flat like I did, also
please
comment
let us know.
because we
No
want to
one is
hear.
above criticism. So
Hey, listen, I'm
I
not.
will sometimes you can be flat and sharp and still move me, I guess. So it's about if you sell it, you sell it.
How about that?
Because bitch, I've been listening to that album for goddamn 12 years and never fucking noticed that. So that tells you that I'm only 4 months into my piano lessons. Anyways, now we're gonna get to 6 songs where we pick 6 songs for a situation, and today's situation is 6 songs for the end of a movie. So, do you want to go first?
I want you to go first.
I feel like I've been talking a lot.
I want to
Okay,
hear
I'll
you
go
talk
first.
more.
Fine.
You're a
Okay.
beautiful individual.
Oh, like thank you. Okay, flattery always works.
Clock that.
Okay. Annoyingly, y'all, I'm sorry. I had a really hard time picking these songs. I don't know why. I think maybe just I've been distracted. You know how like when you like know something but like you forget it and like it'll just come to you when you don't need it. That's how this was to me. Like I knew that I probably had like a billion songs for the end of a movie. Just in general, like I always say, like, oh, that'd be good at the end of the movie. Why couldn't I think of a single one of them? I don't know. So, and I could have sworn I was writing them down in my notes app. It's not there. I don't know. So I decided, I was like, I'm gonna just listen to songs and I'm gonna just think about it. And I did come up with some, so it's fine. I just wanted everyone to know this was hard, and I do feel like as soon as I record this, I'm gonna be like, fuck, I should have said that. So I think we need to do the beginning of a movie because I have a lot for that.
Okay, that could be another episode. Let's do it.
Yeah. So I think that's
Beginning of the year.
perfect. Okay, sorry. So I'm saying all of this to say that I put my songs into different movie categories. So the first is like a movie that's like an A24 like coming of age movie that has like kind of like a bittersweet sad end. And so this song is Pillow for a Cloud by Tennis. That song is kind of like somber and like it's at the end of the album and it just kind of like always like makes me like a little sad but also like reflective because she's like time passing used to thrill me but now it only terrorizes me and its evidence is all over my skin and over everything I've ever loved. That's one of my favorite lyrics of all time.
Word. That was
Did you hear what I
very.
said?
I heard what you said. I didn't get a chance to absorb it because that was a lot of words for Elmo. But
Time passing used to
times have changed, and we've often rewound the clock.
time passing used to thrill me, but
Mhm.
now it only terrorizes me.
You got yeah. It's like you got to preach it to me. You just act like you a preacher. You got to giving me space.
Exactly. Time passing used to thrill
Mm,
me.
mm.
But now
Hmm.
it only terrorizes me.
Okay, I'm hearing it.
And it's evidence.
Mm,
Time evidence cuts into my skin
mm,
and over everything I've ever loved.
mm. Damn, that's kind of crazy.
Girl, I said, whoa, Elena. And then she said, if you didn't hear me the first time, I'm gonna say it again.
Oh,
The bridge is literally that. It's just that. And I was like,
yeah.
whoa.
Wow.
So I think it'd be perfect for the end of a movie. I think it's like when there's, like I said, a bittersweet end. It's like I'm thinking like a Ladybird type situation, like they're reflecting, and also like the title "Pillow for a Cloud" doesn't make any sense to me. Like I'm so confused on what that means. So, because like, why would you put a pillow on a cloud? Pillow for a cloud. I don't get it, but I.
I love it. I love it. Word.
I
You know
don't.
what? Let me listen. We'll get the chance to ask them one day.
We will.
Tennis, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on. We would
I have a lot of
love.
questions for them.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be crazy.
That is so funny. Okay, well that's my first song.
Okay, awesome, awesome. That's great. You're always see for some reason every time you mention a tennis song, it's like I know tennis, but the only two tennis albums that are like really like burned into my mind are Swimmer and Yours Conditionally. Like those are like the two for
I
me that
keep
like I
telling you to know
know
what the song is.
I've listened to it, but like for some reason the ones that like it's no shade to Paula, and I love Paula and I love Gibraltar. I love like several of the songs on there, but like when I think of tennis, I think of those two albums. Anyway, love tennis. I'm gonna listen to that song. I'm excited.
Her.
Um, my first song is by a diva. I don't remember if we did this diva yet, but she's definitely getting a diva debrief. She's a Gemini queen. This is Miss Kalila. I don't.
Oh,
I think we
we
scrapped.
didn't
I
do it.
think we
We didn't do
scrapped
it.
that episode. That was a cursed episode, so we didn't. But
No, we were gonna do Kalela and then we did Tinashe.
yeah, but I think yeah, we for some reason we had to change
But
it.
we will do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, but she absolutely is a diva that will absolutely be getting a
For
diva
sure. I love
debrief
her.
one day. But the song that I imagined is Altadena, which is from Take Me Apart, released in I believe 2018. This is at the end of the album, and it is kind of a weird offbeat, like it's one of those songs that it's like it's hard for you to catch the beat at first. Like it's like what's happening because it's like boom, it's like on the offbeat, right?
Hmm.
Um, but basically, the idea of the song is basically she's saying that there's essentially space for everyone, and your time will come. It's kind of one of those songs. The lyrics are very beautiful, but Altadena is a neighborhood, or it's like a subsection of Los Angeles, California, the city. So I think that's cool. So I imagine that this would be like in like a LA sort of Issa Rae type of like movie, very black woman, Miel hair care. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also, like I said, just the idea of having a song that's just
Wait, I want to see that.
there's yeah, but this is like the
I can see
credits are
like the
rolling
credits. It's like a
down.
neighborhood and the credits are like going up and there's like aesthetic.
Exactly, the sun. Yeah, you
Okay.
see it, you
I
see
see
it,
it.
you
I
see
see
it,
it.
and also, I love my girl. That's a Gemini. I can't turn my back on us. Um, Shout out to Kalela. I love you.
Her. I love her. Love that song. Love that album. I saw her at she did those DJ sets in I think LA and New York, and I went with AJ, and
You went to.
yeah,
Uh,
we went like whenever it happened, like a month ago,
do
and
you
it was
know that
amazing.
I would have castrated myself?
LOL.
Oh
She
my
walked
god.
right past us multiple times. She like
Oh my
smiled in our direction.
god.
It was crazy.
Oh
She
my
like sang a
god.
little bit. It wasn't like a concert. It was literally like just like I don't even know if she DJ'd. She was just like standing there and singing.
Like y'all don't understand. I was on Tumblr. I remember how I found out about Kalila. I was on Tumblr, and there was this beautiful brown skinned bitch with this fire ass side dread thing, and she was singing "Softest Place on Earth" by Escape, and she was doing it with Ink, who, if y'all know Ink, what they have one of the greatest R&B albums of all time, which is that's called No World, their first album. She was singing with them, and it's just like her and a keyboard, and she's just singing the fuck out of this Escape song. And ever since then, I was like, oh, she is the girl. Little did I know she gonna end up creating several of the best songs I've ever heard, including
Oh yeah.
Rewind, including fucking Let Me Know. Like Kalela, the DVD brief will be crazy, but
Mhm.
um I remember where I was when I first discovered her, and ever since then, like that has been my girl. Like I love me some her. No Tony Braxton.
I was kind of late to Kalela. I didn't get into her until maybe 2-3 years ago. Um, but I've since made up for last time. So
Period.
yeah, I've seen her a bunch of times. She's great. She sounds amazing. She's a lamb as well. That's why I love her. Her cover for 4th of July, the real ones know. Um,
How have I not seen her cover July 4th? That's crazy.
baby, that's like one of
Oh,
the first things I knew about her. I was like,
I'm
she's a
gonna have
lamb.
to. I'm
Her.
gonna have to get into that.
Twilight on the 4th of July. I'm surprised neither
Drinking
of us said
game.
that.
Every time we mention Mariah Carey on this podcast, you have to take a drink.
Oh
No,
yeah, good
I'm
luck.
kidding.
Why did we say that for seceding from the union? I'm crying. Neither of
Drink
us.
responsibly. Yeah, it's on the nose.
It is on the nose. Maybe next year. My second song is Coolmish 74 BPM by Wolfpack, bitch.
Word. Okay.
That sounds like, girl, let me see how to pronounce it. It's German. I think it might not even really be German. But either way, we have not surprisingly not really talked about Wolfpack on this podcast, which I think is hilarious.
Oh
But
yeah.
we'll get there.
We love Wolfpack over here.
So I think this song could be for like the end of like a horror film where it's like the first movie happens and it's
I
like
can see
we
that.
solve the mystery or we killed the person, but then it's like the very end, like are they dead? I don't know. It's like to be continued, and then this song plays, because it's very like doo-doo-doo-doo. I've always thought this song was like so creepy and like so like
There's
Halloween.
definitely a creepy element to it, but they're also like, even on this, it's like they are just funky as hell. Like that's just
Yeah,
what they do. Like
they're
it's
eating
the
down.
drums go crazy, like everything goes crazy.
Didn't we
But
hear
there's
them do this?
definitely that dun, dun, dun. They definitely did this at the very
I
last
was
concert we went to. We've seen them
gagged.
in
I remember
concert
now.
several times. They put on a great show.
I was gagged when they did this because they
They
don't
put on
really
a very
acknowledge
good
the
show.
song. Well, at least before that. So I was like, oh my god, like this is one of my favorite Wolfpack songs, deep cut for sure. But I love this fucking song. This song has no words. There might be like one word at the very end, but I literally like love this song. This entire EP, the My First Car EP.
But there definitely is like sort of that dun, 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 that like creepy kind of classic horror
Mhm.
thing in the middle, and then it's kind of sweet and like lullaby-ish, which I also feel like is kind of creepy because it's
I
like
could see them using it for like, I mean, they all for American Horror Story. They always have this like the same theme song, but it could be like a American
I've
Horror
never
Story.
seen
Like,
American Horror Story, any of them.
girl, I've seen very little. But anyways, it's just I'm not a. It's funny that I picked this because I am not a horror movie person. I
That's
do
for the
not like.
review show.
Huh?
That's for the review show where we review American Horror Story season.
Yeah, no. I literally like hate horror. I don't like scary things. I don't like to be scared. I like to laugh. I like to be ha funny, haha. No, I, I don't. I don't do that. So I don't like it
Did you
when
see
scary movies.
Megan?
I did.
Was
That
that
was
scary to you?
no, that was funny. It wasn't
Okay,
scary.
that was a little.
But like
I
I
tried
don't
to
like
watch
a
Cocaine
real.
Bear, but that shit was stupid. I had to.
Oh my!
I was like, we had to turn that stupid shit off.
I saw that shit.
I was in somebody's house. I was like, I cannot finish this. This shit is
But what I was trying to
stupid.
say is like I don't like scary movies. I don't like horror films. So like this is just me doing this because I've seen some of them and like that's like the music. But I also like loved how I was saying I feel like it could be used for like an old timey esque like trailer for like an 80s horror film. You know what I mean? Like just the movements of the song. Like I don't know, I could just see it. Like maybe I just gotta make it. I don't know.
Okay, my next song. This movie I imagine to be sort of like a music star movie where it's like kind of Disney. What was with Debbie Ryan, Starstruck.
Okay.
With Debbie Ryan and him, kind of very that where it's like, oh, I'm like a famous music star that has like go undercover and like da da da. So if this movie were to exist in my head the way that I've casted it, this song is "Ordinary Superstar" by Rina Sawayama. This song has
Okay.
always felt so end of a movie to me. Like,
Yes.
girl, I'm
Don't
just
you
like you
wanna
too.
be ordinary
And
with me?
this, I will say, like, there has been. I will say I agree with the people that say that there was sort of a shift in Rina Sawayama's music. I definitely sort of, to this day, I definitely still listen to her earlier stuff more than her later stuff. But that first album, Rina Eats, Sawayama, the album Eats. So I got to give tens where tens are due. And Ordinary Superstar definitely is one of those songs that just feels like you've heard it before. Every time it comes on, it feels like you've completed something. Like it's just so it just like is perfect. It's a perfect song to me. And I think that it would be perfect at the end of like a sort of tongue in cheek, sort of
I see it in
movie.
like an anime.
I could see that too.
Like an anime about like a superstar or like a pop star, and like it has a very almost like cartoonish feel to me. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah. Oh
I love that
yeah.
song. I also feel like Rina Sawayama, something changed because I
Have
saw
you
her.
Okay, yeah, wait. So what when did you see her?
Woo, child. Okay.
I'm screaming.
When was that? Okay, so I
That's
had
how
tickets to
everything
see
is.
her
I get it.
for the canceled tour that happened because of COVID, like 2019, 2020 era. So it was supposed to happen like early, like maybe like February or March, like 2020, 2020. But then that got canceled. So I think I might have seen her, 2021, either 2021 or 2022, whatever was the tour that got put on at, because that was like supposed to be COVID. It was basically after Sawayama, so it was supposed to be for her first album, but it happened pretty much like right before the second album. But like the second album wasn't announced yet. I know that.
Hmm.
I don't think so. I don't know, but either
Somewhere,
way,
somewhere, 2021, 2022, somewhere in there.
and she was really good, I have to say. But I did notice that like I felt like she had like, I feel like too many people had like told her she was that girl, because then she got like cringy. She's like, "Are you ready to slay? Are you ready to slay?"
We've said this
Um,
before on this podcast. Pop girlies, get out of West Hollywood. Please leave them
yeah,
gays alone.
yeah. Get out of WeHo, WeHo,
Please.
WeHo,
We who? We who?
WeHo, WeHo.
Exactly.
But no, yeah, it was cute. It's just like I noticed, I was just like, she's kind of annoying. At least that day. But then the second album came out. What's it called? Hold the Girl.
Hold the Girl is what it's
Couldn't, you know
called.
what's sad? I don't think I ever listened to it
Me either. And that's.
because I hated all of the singles.
Together with you. And I saw that little line dance and I said, oh, we're going corporate. That felt like Old Navy music to me.
It gave it, no. I'm sorry. And also, why does she look like a fucking douche on the fucking cover? Like, what are you wearing? Like, why are you or giving those little things that you use to get like earwax out of baby's ears, like those little like pumps? Like,
Hmm.
no, mama, it was not glamour. It was not cute, and we did not like it. And now what is
But
she
like
doing?
I
Now what
said,
is she?
when a serve is presented to me, I'll be happy to welcome it with open arms.
That's the
But
point.
until then, stream Rena, stream Sawayama, and get into Ordinary Superstar if you haven't heard it already.
So my last song, I actually think has been used at the end of a movie, and now that I'm thinking about it, like, oh well, but this is our show, so we can do what we want.
That part.
So I think that this will be an everlasting love (parentheses) perfect end of a movie song for
Oh,
like,
Natalie Cole? Yeah,
yes,
okay, yeah.
for like a rom-com when they get married. Like it was, I think it was at the end of The Parent Trap, but truly just like that song literally feels like the end of a movie to me. Like if I get married, it will be played at my wedding. Like, yeah, like it is just
I have a fun fact for the audience, and maybe if you didn't know this already, but
okay.
this will be, and I believe the entirety of that Natalie Cole album Inseparable, if my understanding is correct. That entire album was offered to Aretha Franklin, and Aretha was like, I don't record that fucking song. I don't like this shit. And it went to Natalie Cole, and Natalie Cole like became a superstar.
Wow, that's crazy.
So in an alternate universe, we would have been saying this will be by Aretha Franklin instead of Natalie Cole.
Wow. I'm sorry, Aretha. Natalie had the last laugh because that song is incredible.
Yeah. We got to talk about Dita Ritz. You will get it. I'm sure you've seen it if you're online, but the Drag Race lip sync to her, Dita Ritz would like scoot pop through
Yeah,
that.
he ate that.
Like
Exactly.
that is
Exactly.
yes.
We're gonna have to include the GIF or something.
Okay. The wig,
But
the
no.
Whitney Houston wig, like it was
This
everything
will be an everlasting love.
in front of Natalie Cole.
That was like iconic. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
But no, I think
I miss when RuPaul's Drag Race was black. The pit stop used to literally be black and fine. Like, oh, what happened?
anyway.
We need
So
a season where the pit stop is all fat.
long story short, that song is great for any rom-com, any like
I agree. That's like perfect.
it's perfect. Like I had to mention it because it's kind of goated. Like, don't put that on me. I'm 55, getting remarried after my son and daughter plotted to get me together with their with I don't know what I'm trying to say. I
But
gave
yes,
up so
I
fast.
definitely understand like the vibe. Like it's like
Yeah.
love conquers all. Love wins. So
All right. What's your last song?
first of all, I want to ask you a question, but in the audience, please let me know in the comments down below if anybody else had this phase. But I feel like there was this phase in early Netflix where they just had a bunch of like weird ass movies on their movies that like I can't necessarily even remember or fully recall, but I remember just being like a really big movie person in Netflix, and there was like a specific genre of movie where I think it was like had a bunch of like indie movies that felt like crazy. I remember one had like this giant styrofoam head. One was about like this British kid, and they all like looked the same. They had like the widescreen, and it was just movies kind of about like just like a person's life. And like if there was like a movie, if I were to make like an A24 movie about just like a weirdo character or something, a song that I would use at the end of it. Woo, titty check. Come on, titty check. Come on, titty check. My son, titty, 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 please,
Wait.
titty check. Come on, titty, titty, titty.
I'm sorry. I was like, it's so dark in here. I'm trying to turn my lamp on.
Oh my
Okay.
God! Wow, she's bright again. In the light of the sun on my back.
Ah! That was crazy.
We gotta find time to do the Jill Scott Diva
Jill
debrief.
Scott has to be up next.
We gotta find time.
Wow.
But the song that I would pick for like a kind of strange character focused movie would be a song called Long Lost featuring Active Child by Classics. It's a name of a band. And
Can't say I've heard it.
I'll send you the link or the spelling of it because it's CLASSIXX. It's from the album Hanging Gardens. I believe it was released in either 2011 or 2012. And there are few albums that I can say like genuinely actually kind of like changed my life and like the way that I like hear music and everything. This album is one of them. They're kind of like, I don't want to say like a house band, but like electronic pop music down
Which
geniuses.
album is it?
It's the very first one. It's called Hanging Gardens.
Okay.
And the song is called Long Lost. Take a listen to it. It's very beautiful.
Oh, there it is.
Perfect. A perfect song.
Okay, yeah, they ate that.
A perfect song.
I love the cover too.
Yeah, no, the cover so like literally I remember being like a child being on, I believe it was Rhapsody at the time before they changed it back to Napster, and being on Rhapsody and like looking through new music because my mother had a Rhapsody account, which is why I became a music nerd basically. And I was looking through the new releases and this album cover. I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. I have to listen to this. Just pressed play, and like my entire life changed. Like my older brother had already kind of slowly, I believe at that point, kind of been introducing me to dance music, but this is like the first dance album that I had heard in full where I was like, "Oh, music can just like sound like this." And especially this song, it has always given me this sense of peace and like comfort, and I feel like that would be perfect at the end of really honestly any movie. But especially like sort of like a weird indie kind of mid 2010s Netflix movie, you know what I'm saying?
I could see
Active
that, or
Child,
like an
love
'80s
him.
inspired
Yeah,
movie,
absolutely.
like 16 Candles or something.
Yeah, Breakfast Club or something.
I see that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
really like
no.
that actually.
No,
I really love the album cover.
that album, no. This and I can literally, if I were to give like top 10 albums that like changed my life, this that album would definitely be one of them.
And you've never heard Slim?
All You're Waiting For, one of the best songs I've ever heard. Nancy Wang, My Heart Longs for You. I We need Disco Divas back, and I think she has the perfect voice to be a disco diva. Um
I'm excited to listen to that.
yeah, no. Great
And they're
album,
cute.
great album, uh, and great song. Get
Shout
into
out the
classics if you haven't.
classics. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that was my third.
um,
Let's review. Let's go back. Let's go through our songs.
okay, so the first song was what was it? Oh, the first song was "Pillow for a Cloud" by Tennis,
Next is Altadena by Kalela,
and then it was "Kumish 74 BPM" by Wolfpack.
followed by Ordinary Superstar by Arena Sawayama,
The next song was "This Will Be an Everlasting Love" by Natalie Cole.
and the last song is Long Lost featuring Active Child by Classics. Playlists are in the description as always, babe. Please listen to the playlists. We'd love to hear what you would add to this playlist. What type of movie you think it would be. Do you agree with our movies? Let us know.
Yeah.
Do you want us in your room to choose the songs for your movie?
Oh, I
Let
was
us
like your
know.
room.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
saying your
your
room,
writer's room.
your music executive room.
My
Hey,
dream job is actually music synchronization, so I'm glad. That's I guess it's kind of like my resume.
what you mean?
Um,
My dream job is I'm trying to be like I still kind of want to be Kanye West a little
that's fine.
bit.
That's don't say Kanye West. Let's just say a producer.
Uh huh.
But yeah,
Not like 2022, 2023,
I know what you
2024
mean.
Kanye West.
I miss the old Kanye, but
Oh, girl, chop up the soul, Kanye. Oh,
no, yeah, I actually one day when I figure out how to save money, I want to take music synchronization classes and like I've realized like that's my actual dream job. Like I want to score movies and TV.
I love score a film.
We're gonna move on to our last segment, questions for queers. I actually have a question. This came from me, not from anyone else.
Okay, I love a question for me.
Um, but do you have a favorite needle drop moment in the film?
The first thing that came to my mind
Hmm.
is in the Purple Rain movie, the Prince, the actual movie. Is one of my favorite Prince produced songs ever. This song is "Sex Shooter" by Apollonia 6. This song isn't necessarily I don't know if it's a needle drop as opposed to a he wrote it with the a pen needle and then like made it for the film. I don't know. Like it was made for the film, but it wasn't made for the film, but it's like used in the film because he had it for another girl group. Prince was a diva. That's a whole different thing. But the song "Sex Shooter," the Apollonia 6 version, not the Prince version on the originals album, because no shade, we didn't even need to hear that. And not the Vanity 6 version that you can find on YouTube, because like I said, there's so many things. Um, one of the funkiest songs I've ever heard, one of the sexiest songs I've ever heard, one of the most clever songs I've ever heard. And her performing it in this movie is like, she's in like this lingerie and she's like, like she's like killing it. So like that is my first gut instinct is like my favorite song in a movie. It's got to be that one because that's one of my favorite songs of all time.
I haven't seen that movie.
That's totally fair.
I'm actually gonna go to my letterbox because I'm like y'all, I don't know what it is. Okay, my brain is not
Oh my
here. I
god!
can't
Follow
even.
us on Letterboxd. What's your Letterboxd?
Girl, if you
Uh,
have Letterbox, you have Letterbox.
I do.
Oh, do I follow
Yes, sweetie. My when we watched the Cheetah Girls, I put my Cheetah Girls review on
you?
there.
Yes, you did.
My Letterboxd is Sloan Steady, I believe. I don't
Oh
have.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm like trying to figure it out. Letterbox is the most annoying fucking
one of my
platform.
drag names.
What the fuck is my name? I think it's just Kiara Smith 99. Oh yeah, Kiara Smith 99. One word.
Follow us on Letterboxd.
Um.
But we need the audience to follow the account.
Well, yes. um. I'm trying to. Okay, so my top 4 on Letterbox. LOL. Not the question, but what I'm gonna say is like the first thing of my 4 that I thought of was Perfect Day from the first scene of Legally Blonde. Perfect opening to a movie. My top 4 is Aquamarine, Forrest Gump, Legally Blonde, and Cheetah Girls. But truthfully, one of those can switch for the Wiz as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the answer. Sorry, I was like, there has to be an answer. My favorite is Island in the Sun. Island in the Sun from the movie Aquamarine, when Sarah
I've never seen
Paxton
this.
as Aquamarine is riding on that fucking bicycle with her little boyfriend or whatever, and it's just like they're like in love for this like one sequence. And so Aquamarine is one of my favorite movies. She is like, it's like the story of Little Mermaid basically, but she like goes to like, she's found in this like bait shop. She finds this one Aquamarine long sleeve t-shirt and she wears it 7 different ways for a week. Is that not the most iconic shit you've ever heard?
She wear the same shirt for a week and it don't smell funky as
I
hell
think they wash it, but
every day. So your
yeah,
electric bill high.
they live on a beach. They're rich, girl.
Oh, I
But
guess if you got it like that.
or maybe she just, I don't really know. But she like, also she was a mermaid half the time, so she really wasn't wearing it that long. Long story short, she wore this damn shirt like 7 different ways. And now when as a kid to this day, like that really gagged me. I was like, she really innovated that. Like, and they're all different. Like
What was the song?
the song is Island in the Sun by Weezer.
Okay, but okay, word. I don't think I know that one. But I was not thinking Island in the Sun. Island Life by Janet Jackson. I was
No,
like,
that's
she's
not.
definitely not talking about
Island
that.
in the Sun by Weezer. It's like on an island in the sun.
It sounds a little familiar. Let me look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I love that song. One of my
The
favorite songs.
only Weezer song that I really could name off of Rip is Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. Give me Beverly Hills.
Well,
Oh
hey,
my gosh, and their Buddy Holly. Okay, I remember Buddy Holly was in a commercial, and I remember looking that song up because I could not fucking figure out what the fuck they were saying. I was like, and he looks like who? Okay, so Island in the Sun. Oh, this song. Okay,
yeah,
girl. Okay. Okay, done. Yeah. Done.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Weezer.
Shout out to Weezer. Yeah.
Living in Beverly Hills. And the Lil Wayne remix, let me be honest, that's really why I know it.
I didn't even know they had that.
That's the reason I know is because Lil Wayne was on the remix in like 2000, whatever.
That's wild.
2008. Yeah.
But yeah.
Remember Let It Rock with Lil Wayne?
When I
Oh,
why did I just talk about that song last night? That's wild.
that is crazy.
I
Our minds.
bring the fire. If you have a favorite needle drop moment in a movie, comment down below. You can listen to all the playlists. The links are down below. Please listen to the playlists. That's the whole point of the show, you guys. But comment below what songs you would have said. Comment below if you have any questions. You can email us at 6songs4. Make sure you follow and subscribe and all of the things, mama. Yeah, that's kind of it.
That's kind of all I have for this one, Diva. We love everybody that listens. And we're going to take you out on a date. And we're going to fall in love and get married. And have kids and a nice family with a nice big acre of land. And a farm and a couple cows and some chickens.
Song 4. Song 4. Song 4.